All right, guys. Matt, Midnight Motors. Couple things. One is our Oboya B1M1 mic is garbage. It doesn't work. Go figure. I'll be finding a different audio sort of solution. Don't worry. And it won't be a cheap Chinese option. Anyways, our job here today is going to be the timing belt. Finally, after putting the seals in and doing all this other stuff. And to do that, we're going to take an inventory first. We've got our sprockets and our camshaft, our crankshaft gear and our camshaft sprockets. They're out still. Now, we will be putting them back in soon when we put the new timing belt on. But we have a couple parts to assemble first. And we're going to keep these out just so we have more room to work on. But when we do put these in, we want to make sure that they're all still at TDC, and they should be, because I was really careful not to screw with those bolts when we were tightening the seal presses in, right? All right, so let's go over to our Aisin kit, right? Now we've got several things in here, and by looking at this kit, we'll have a general idea of what we're going to be replacing and when. These instructions are cryptic as hell. The battery clamp bolt, that's the first step in installing the new water pump. I have no clue what the hell that's talking about. I didn't touch anything with the battery doing this whole process, and I don't plan on it. What is this? I read this and it honestly hurt my brain. So guess what? We don't need it. We're just gonna look at this shit and we're gonna know, right? Because we're not idiots. So let's see what we got in here. There should be, well, half the shit isn't even in the boxes. Okay. This looks like an idler pulley. This looks like our tensioner. Do not pull this pin until the very last step. Look how this pin's like barely in here. That's like dangerous. Man, that thing's like on the verge of coming out. That would ruin our entire enterprise. So yeah. That gets set off to the side. I mean, does that pin go in further? That seems ridiculous, man. Okay, so our pin, last step on that tightens the timing belt down. This is the water pump here. This is an idler pulley, I believe. Okay, and then there's one more thing in here. Maybe this is an idler pulley. Now there's a couple different pulleys, apparently. Let's see. JTech Corporation. I mean, it's all definitely Japanese. That's for sure. Hey, look, there's that missing clamp that the seal puller I was telling you about. The one that I busted. There it is. It was in my Aisin kit. All right, so a couple different pulleys got to go on. And a water pump and a tensioner. See, we don't need that stupid instruction manual. It's just gonna hurt our heads. Battery clamp bolt. Come on, guys, seriously? And what if they had sent me this thing with a pin out of it somehow? Like, seriously, man, what is this? Do better. And that BY-M1 mic that isn't working, that came from freaking China, that I'd have to be a damn tech expert to get working. I mean, what is this stuff? Is the world falling apart around me? Don't answer that question, guys, because I have a feeling you guys all know the answer to it as well as I do. Anyways, let's get to installing the idler pulleys first, and then we'll get to the harder stuff. All right. So join me. I'm gonna go ahead and go there right now. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally in the shit. Welcome to the jungle. See, I told you that you'd finally get a chance to see me wrenching on something, and we're here, and you get to see it. All right, so we need a 14 to get both these idler pulleys off. This one over here is relatively simple. And this one over here, so is it. Uh, just just a regular old ratchet and a 14. Now, you guys ready? You guys ready to see me actually break a sweat here? See if I can do it while I'm holding the phone. Oh, by the way, that pulley is super oily. So you know that it was running in oil. This timing belt was running in oil, which was presumably coming from our seals, crankshaft and camshaft seals. So you know I wasn't just blowing smoke up your rear ends. This was a real phenomenon. Let's see. Come on. Let's see if I can show you guys. Oh, it's tight. Too tight. Fuck that. We're not doing that. I'm not busting my balls. This is a ratchet. It's a breaker bar ratchet. And it's got a super long handle, so we don't have to bust our knuckles. Are you ready? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think that was it. That was all she took. There's idler pulley 1, the simple one that only requires the 1 bolt to take out. It's heavy. It's a heavy duty pulley. It's oily. It's got oil in it, on it, because the timing belt was dragging the oil up onto the pulley from the crankshaft. So, yeah, no good. Thankfully, we have a replacement, and it's right over here. Oh, shit. Didn't need to go for it, did I? There's the replacement. Okay. Same bolt. 14 for the other one. It's gonna look like this. Now it's gonna have a little coupler that's gonna go in there. We'll reuse that piece. This will be new. And this is junk. So we'll uninstall this one, and then we'll reinstall the new ones. All right, we're here. The last piece of the puzzle. We've got to replace the water pump, and then we can finally put all the new parts in. The old parts are out here. This is the tensioner, both idler pulleys. We have the idler pulleys out of it. We have the tensioner taken out. And the only thing left to take out is the water pump. And then we can start replacing everything with all new. That being said, the water pumps looks like it's gonna be kind of a pain to get to. Those look pretty small, maybe 12 millimeter. I can't see them being any bigger than that. And let's count how many of them there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. 5. Might be 5, maybe 6 spots where there's bolt holes that I can see. There's a gasket already built in. So you don't have to even put a gasket in by the looks of it. But you get all these bolts loosened and you pull the water pump, it's going to dump coolant all over the place. So just be prepared for that. I don't really have any way of catching it. I'm gonna maybe try to find something. And we'll maybe get some footage of the thing leaking coolant all over the place once I finally get all the bolts out of it. So, all right, that's that.